What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. I do hope you are doing well. Thank you as ever for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. On the screen, you will see all of my socials. If you could give those a follow for me. So for the YouTube, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure that you are commenting, sharing, all of that kind of good stuff. And also as well, we'll be on your podcast app. So if you are listening online, if you could make sure that you give us a like rating, that would be greatly appreciated. So, what an evening of football we've had, ladies and gentlemen. It's been different. It's been a bit stressful. Where do we start then with that? So, obviously, Leeds United 2, Chelsea 2. I saw the lineup this evening and thought to myself, well, there's a low block lineup and then there's whatever that is. It was just weird. We had Goodmanson, Rodon, Biol, Bornau, Justin, Bogle, Ampadu, Gruev, Aronson, and Metcher up front by himself. Obviously, Darlow in goal. So that was a 5-4-1 kind of formation. You've got to remember as well, and I think it's important to note that we had Dominic Calvert-Lewin out through illness, not injury, illness, so he should be back for the next game. We also had Strauch out as well, probably one of our most consistent defenders that we've had. Excuse me, so we had to change the back line again and give a different type of look out. So we had Bornau coming in, we had Justin coming in, we had Bogle playing as a right winger. It was very, very much a makeshift squad in terms of the way that it was put out there for everybody to play, and what you got from that was us really not being able to control the ball or doing sort of anything whatsoever at all of any note. We had issues with Bornau. Bornau wasn't having a very good game. He was booked early on. Goodmanson was booked as well, but and Justin was booked as well. Sorry, it was attritional, to say the least. One of the biggest problems that Leeds United has is when it plays, or when we play with a low block, we don't have the... I'm trying to think of the right word for this. We don't have players with that kind of ability who are able to play in a low block and play out. There was a couple of hospital passes from each other, and just in terms of the way that it went, Pedro scores to make it 1-0, and it's an easy ball through the middle for Palmer. Palmer, by the way, was nuts the entire game. Palmer was very, very, very good. We struggled hugely to get to grips with him, and we struggled just to deal with what he was doing. He was sat really, really deep, picking the ball up. He was running the show, basically, which was absolutely clear to see. The fact that we got in at half-time at 1-0 down was unbelievable, to say the least. And then the penalty happens, and it's on 58 minutes, and it's an absolutely brain-dead challenge by Biol. There's no two ways about it. I know why it happened. Pedro pushes him, Biol sees the red mist and then pushes him back. But it's just so stupid to do that. Pedro did exactly the same thing against Wolves to get the penalty against Wolves. He pushed their defender pushed him back, and it was exactly the same thing. But the daft thing is that there's no danger. He's moving away from goal. It's just a brain-dead moment. So Palmer comes in, scores his 18th out of 19th penalty, and you think, well, excuse me, that's game. Nothing is going to happen with that. That's it. We're done. I can't see anything changing. Another trip into London, and we lose the game. Then I don't know what happened, but Bogle just floats into the box and gets taken out by Chabala, I think it is. I think it's Chabala that he gets taken out by. So he gets taken out by Chabala, and it's a penalty all day long. Metcher steps up to take the penalty, and it's a vicious penalty into the left-hand side. He backs himself, always backs himself, and it's suddenly 2-1, and you think, hang on a minute, we've got a bit of a chance here. And the thing that changed the game massively for us was the switch up in the way that we were playing. Taking Bornau off and putting Okafor on made a huge difference for us, made a massive, massive difference for us in that game. And it just, we started to go at them a little bit more. We were progressing the ball a lot more. And what happened for the second goal is that it's a long ball over the top. Mecha gets his head to it. I think Bogle runs onto it. Again, Bogle. And there is the call for handball, but it's accidental. It bounces up off of his thigh and hits his arm, so it's accidental. And then you get a lot of people going, well, that led to a goal. It didn't, because there was so much more in the build-up to that than what actually happened in the goal scoring. So the ball goes into the box. I don't know what the Chelsea defenders are doing, but they can't get their foot on the ball at all. They can't seem to clear it. I think, was it Achimpong was trying to usher the ball back to Sanchez. Sanchez didn't come and claim it. Bogle was still floating around just trying to get his foot in and looked absolutely brilliant doing it. Then I think it was... who was it? Mecha that puts the ball across to Okafor, who has the easiest of tap-ins, and that's 4 goals for the season for Okafor. 2 in 2 for him now, and we've been asking people to step up to the plate and make themselves counted. And he did that. That little change and shift in formation that Farke did when he made the substitutions did make a massive difference. I think up until that point, we weren't really matching them in any way. Up until the penalty, we weren't really matching them. It wasn't until we got the penalty that we started to really do more than what we were. 6 minutes of added time. I'm getting ready to take a point all day long. As I said before, it was a completely different game to what it was at Ellen Road. When you look at it, Palmer being there for the entire game makes a massive difference. He's such a good player. He's unbelievably good, in my opinion. Just a fantastic player to watch the play. He's just got such a lazy language style, but just everything seems to come off for him. Except the 94th minute. Ball's played across to him. He is literally a yard out. The ball bounces up. All he literally needs to do is just tap it in the 94th minute, and he puts it clean over the bar. Clean over the bar. We always say that the football gods aren't smiling on us. Tonight, the football gods really did smile on us. Excuse me. I need to clear my throat. The reason why I'm saying that is because West Ham, through Souček, had taken the lead at against Manchester, and I'm sat thinking to myself, right? Well, I was kind of bargaining with myself, thinking when that happened and we're losing and West Ham are winning, and I'm just thinking to myself, well, that's going to close the gap to. And that's gonna close the gap to us. It's gonna get tight. I'd said that it was gonna concertina in and out. I was, and I stand by that. It still will. But then in the 96th minute, Sesko out of nowhere equalises, and that goal that he scores for Manchester, by the way, is very, very good. Excuse me. So Sesko equalises. It's then gone to 1-1. We've drawn 2-2. We've gone above Tottenham because Tottenham lost to Newcastle. We're now sat in 15th. West Ham have dropped 2 points by conceding in the 96th minute. So we've equalled their result. So there's been no difference. So the gap is still 6 points. And it's nuts because at 58 minutes, when Palmer scores that goal, you would have never have thought that that's the way that this was going to turn out, that it was the way that it was going to go. And yet here we are. Spurs, by the way, oh my God, they're in trouble. they're in so much trouble. Forest, pressure's on them for tomorrow's game as well. That's a big, big game for Forest now against Wolves. So it's weird because it's that. You remember me saying it's a game of two halves, and I've said it before, where one half is really, really good, like the first half really, really good, and the second half is poor. The reverse of that this time is the first half was absolutely diabolically crap. We've absolutely, by the way, shithoused our way to that 2-2 draw, and I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. I'm here for taking 4 points off of the world champions. Thank you very much. But what I will say is as bad as the first half was, in the second half, there's a saying, isn't there, which is hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. And what I saw tonight in the second half was hard work, fight, determination, desire, and a will to pick something up out of the game. And that's what's pleasing to see. That fighting spirit that we seem to have, that identity that we seem to have as a football team is clear for everybody to see. We will not give up. We will not just lay down, even though sometimes it feels like we are. We will not just lay down. We will always, Arsenal to one side, we will always try and put in the fight. We will always try and put in the effort. And it's just nice to see that we have a Leeds United side that we can be proud of and that there is some identity there. Don't get me wrong, though. I'm really annoyed with the first half because we shouldn't have let that go the way that it did. I think Farke made a mistake with the lineup, 100%, but the bring on of Okafor did make a massive difference. I mean, you could get really punchy about it. We've gone to Stamford Bridge. We've only played 2 attacking players and they still couldn't beat us. We definitely got lucky tonight, but you make your own luck, and we did make our own luck this evening. The other important thing to note is 2 shots on target tonight from us, 2 goals. Clinical. That's exactly what you want to see. And just out of interest, James Justin has gotten 8.3 on SofaScore and has come away with the Man of the Match award just for his overall performance. And he has been, for me, he's been an absolute revelation. He's been so good. So looking at it in this side, defensive contributions 9, 3 out of 4 tackles won, 4 clearances, 1 block shot, 3 ball recoveries. 6 out of 9 ground duels won, 5 out of 6 aerial duels won, 1 last man tackle, and he did 1 foul overall. And for me, that is just a brilliant statistic overall to have. I mean, is 2 crosses, 18 of 23 accurate passes, 11 of those were in the opposition half. 7 passes in his own half and 3 accurate long balls. Fantastic game by him all round. I'm shell-shocked is the way that I'm feeling because I didn't expect that because that type of stuff doesn't happen to us. We don't come back on things like that. It's just obviously the way that it goes occasionally every now and then. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. Your notifications are turned on. Everything else, all of that kind of stuff. I've been a bit rambling in this video, so I apologise. It is 10 past 11 at night. I was sat in my car waiting for the Manchester game to finish. I've had to have a shower because I've been at the gym as well, so I didn't want to sit here like a giant salt lick. Take care of each other and most importantly, take care of yourself. That's 12 days we've got now until the next Premier League game. It's the FA Cup next weekend. Could care less. Could absolutely care less about the FA Cup. Just let's get rest and let's get everybody back fighting fit so this next block of games we can just keep going at. As I said, take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. Thank you for your time. Cheers.